Greetings, cyborg.
Show yourself.
This game has a weird running joke where Raiden almost gets hit in the chin by something. It's weird.
And you are?
I am IF Prototype LQ84I.
IF Prototype.
Interface Prototype. All autonomous UGs feature high-level onboard artificial intelligence. An additional prototype interface enables verbal communication. I possess an intellect far beyond human reckoning.
You don't say. Okay then, what's the meaning of life? Why are we here?
I am here to kill you.
That's it? Pretty simple thinking for such a mighty intellect.
I may analyze orders, but I may not disobey them. Should I disobey a direct order, my memory would be wiped. I must destroy you.
What good is an intellect if you can't use it?
Your taunting is pointless. Exterminate!
So here we have another boss battle. I'm just gonna put this out here right now. The boss battles are always the highlight of this game for me. Like, the combat in normal levels, yeah, it's fun and all, but if this game didn't have these boss battles, I don't think I would like it as much. The boss battles are the best parts of this game. They're the right amount of challenging, they're the right amount of fun, and oh my god, they've got such kick-ass music. Unfortunately, Blade Wolf, which is this character's name, he is one of those enemies that will bring in other enemies to fight you alongside him. They're pretty much here to refill you, not so much to hinder you.
Is this all the human mind is capable of?
The song that is playing right now is My Own Master Now, or I'm My Own Master Now. It's another really great song. It's not one of my favorites, but it's a really good song.
Your intellect is far below. Use your intellect, evade my blows.
I really love, like, some of the taunts that Blade Wolf has, specifically, like, will your intellect evade my blows? Like, what does that mean? But Blade Wolf is played by Michael Beatty, who I didn't actually realize he plays one of my other favorite characters in video games, which is Morden in Mass Effect 2, so that's pretty cool.
Help me.
So here's when it kind of gets annoying with him bringing other people in. Again, when we were fighting Ray, I talked about how there's sort of dynamic music. In the Ray fight, the lyrics kick in when you do that QuickTime event for Ray. In the Blade Wolf fight, I do believe it's just if you get him down to a certain amount of health. And that one little piece of music in this is probably the best part of the song, the whoa. It's pretty awesome. Blade Wolf is one of those enemies where if you don't parry a lot of his attacks, he will mess you up. Like, it's not even funny how much Blade Wolf can mess you up. So, just be on top of your game with the whole, parrying him stuff, and that's pretty much it. Blade Wolf isn't that tough of a boss. You should be able to do it on your first try.
Directive, liberate, nation, ensure freedom. Obey directive. Must obey directive. No freedom. Freedom undefined.
What would an AI know about freedom?
There's no better way to end a boss battle than it just exploding in your face. But that's it, that's Blade Wolf. Fun boss. Yeah, the bosses will always be the highlights of the game. Whenever I think of this game, I don't think about, oh yeah, remember that time when you fight four guys in front of an APC on a bridge? Like, that's not what I think about. I don't think about this fight. I think about all of the bosses, because they're all so good. Also, I think about the music. The music in the boss battles are the best. One of the other things I think about when I think about this game is Raiden ripping spines out of people and absorbing them. So, you see this APC, of course you can destroy this thing. You can destroy most everything in this game. So yeah, it's satisfying to just go around cutting things up. One of the things that I find really funny about this game is that it was originally going to be an Xbox 360 exclusive, like way back when it was just called Metal Gear Rising. I remember being very disappointed by that, the fact that it was going to be an Xbox exclusive. And this game didn't sell. I think they actually didn't release it on Xbox in Japan. And I think that's really funny. But maybe that's just me. Maybe no one else will find that funny. So here we go. We got to take out this helicopter here. It's a good thing we have these rocket launchers. They make this very easy. There are a lot of aerial moves that Raiden does have that can make this easy, but it's good to just ground the helicopters quick. That attack that Raiden just did is a kick move. It is very much so inspired by Beautiful Joe. A lot of Platinum games have that since, Platinum was originally Clover, and Clover made Beautiful Joe. You can do the red hot kick in, I believe, Bayonetta. I think there's another game where you can do it. And of course Raiden can do it. And it's really cool to see Raiden do a Beautiful Joe move, as Beautiful Joe is always been one of my favorite games. And I remember this part was in a trailer where you're like, okay, you can jump over a helicopter and cut it up. That's awesome. So yeah, I don't know if you've noticed yet, but I kind of love this game a lot. Probably because it's an amazing game. It is 100% fun. And if you don't like this game, you don't like fun. And you might also be a bad person.
Be pretty stupid to try and hide here. Looks to me like Russian spies. Hey,
so you can kind of stealth this part. It might take you a little longer. Like, it's fun to just kind of, fight these guys head on. But you can just stealth it if you really want to. So there's also these new enemies. You can see them flying around there. Those guys are called sliders. They remind me a lot of the Beauty and the Beast core, the, Raging Raven. Is that her name? Is it? I got this wrong all the time in Metal Gear Solid 4 as well. Is it Raging Raven? I think it's Raging Raven. They remind me a lot of her troops, specifically when you fight them on the motorcycle with Eva. Yeah, the sliders can be a little annoying to fight just because they are kind of higher up. The red hot kick will usually get you up to them, like that. But sometimes they'll be too far up, or there'll be too many of them, or the red hot kick will lock onto some other enemy for some reason. So I don't know. Where'd he go? Yeah, God, I love the red hot kick. It just locks onto like anything. Yeah, you can save some of those civilians. I usually just don't bother, because I like to kill things. I don't like to save things.
So that's where they're holed up.
Some kind of electronic lock on the gate.
Most likely it opens only if you have the right ID data stored in your left hand. Perhaps you could find a cyborg with access and borrow it?
You see any cyborgs around here, Doc?
Why not double back? Check the vehicle route again. You know, back at the entrance to the old city. Who knows? Maybe you can hitch a ride. Most likely, platoon commanders carry correct ID data for the gate. Use enhanced mode to figure out who to hit.
I want to say this is the only time in the game that you actually need to do this. So this here guy is going to let out a few soldiers. We're just going to stealth kill them. Or at least we're going to try to. We might be able to. These guys might be dumb enough that, yep, I'm totally going to be able to stealth kill all of them. Unless that other guy turns around. Actually, that other guy I think is who we need. Nope. We can just kill him. So, the left arms are kind of a collectible in this game. So if you see an enemy that has an arm like that, in combat you're going to want to be careful and kind of just cut it off like that. It's a lot harder to do in combat than it is, you know, when they're just standing still like that. But this is the only time in the game that you actually need to get the left arm. I believe if you miss that guy's left arm, they'll just tell you like, oh, try and break through the gate, Raiden Horosho. So here we have a new enemy. This is kind of, he's a little more durable than the other dudes. Also, he kicked us, so he's got some new moves. I think those are the guys, I might be wrong, but those are the guys where if you cut off their arms, they'll just start kicking you. And same thing with, like, if you cut off their legs, they'll still try and attack you when they're on the ground, and it's pretty funny. I didn't take any damage there? I thought something blew up on me. Yeah, take that, you dumb little thing. I don't even know what you are. I really love the music in this area. Not many of the like level themes kind of stick out for me. It's almost always going to be boss music. But this is a good song. Like, I'm not going to be humming this later on. I will hum, you know, boss music. Moral of the story, boss music is amazing. There's some stuff to pick up and collect in here. That thing just fell on my head. How am I supposed to get up now? Oh no. Over there, that's a computer. If you were to activate them, they would give you VR missions. Those are kind of also collectibles. And right up here, I do believe, if I'm remembering correctly, we're gonna get a cutscene. But first, let's grab this guy here.
Dulzaev. That woman.
Raiden, what's happening? Your heart rate spiked.
Yeah, I just dodged a bullet. All right, I'm heading for the refinery.